the paste special. Then we'll go into this part. Now, what is paste special? It is one of the most used dialog box into Excel. So what it does, let's understand very simply what does paste special do. Before that, make few notes on paste special. If you're already using it, you would be knowing it. If not, then you need to understand this. The first thing, to activate the paste special box, you need to copy something. Copying is must. It could be empty cell also. You can copy empty cell, you can copy data, but if you have not copied paste special dialog box, it's not going to work. Second, shortcut keys. There are two keys that you can use. Anything. Someone who is using from 3 onwards would be more on Alt ES. And someone, just give me 1 minute.
What happened?
So you're saying something there?
You're not audible.
Krishna, I'm sorry, I'm not getting your voice.
Okay.
Can you put headphone or something? It is little echoing.
Now it's okay.
Okay. Anything that you want, I can help you out with this, Krishna.
No, nothing.
All right. Now you can use Alt S. People who are using it before can continue with Alt S, or you can use Control Alt plus V. One second. So you can use any one of them. Both of them works properly. Now, so first let's go. What does this paste special do? Let's understand it this way. First, what Excel does, it copies. Then, based on what it is being copied, Excel will ask you what is that you want to paste. What is that you want to do with this copied data? So it will copy everything. What is it copying? It will copy the values. It will copy the formulas. It will copy the format. Now, next thing, when you hit Control Alt V, Excel is asking you what is that you want to paste back. You want to paste values, you want to paste formulas, you want to paste formats, you want to do some calculation, or you want to transpose the data. So based on what input we give Excel, the same is being done. Let's take the example of the database that we were working upon, where we found out these things. So what are these? These are the formulas. If you remember the last file, we color coded and we tried and figure out where my formulas are. Now, what your task is, wherever that you have formulas, you have to convert them into values. This data should not have any formulas. So let's understand this. I had my data which had some formulas. So I used conditional formatting, and if you put that in a big question, it could be something like this. You have a data, find in the data when you are analyzing, you found that there are some formulas and some values. Now by default, your data should not have formulas. So you tried and figured out where the formulas are by using the Control G option, and you colored them with the brick red or a brownish color. Then you applied filter them by color, and you put them at the top. Now you do not want these formulas to remain. How do you know there is a formula? I can see this value as 0.10 here, and Excel is looking this as a formula. I do not want this formula to be there in this cell. So I want to convert this formula into a value. So first thing, I'll select all three of them. I'll copy them, because paste special will not open before I copy. Control Alt V, the paste special will open. And here when I have opened this paste special, you'll find that there are a lot of things which are here. Let's have a look on it. When you look at this paste box, it says paste everything. So whatever you have copied, you paste back everything. Or it says paste back formulas. You can paste back values, formats, comments, validations. Now what I want here is I have copied everything. So I want Excel to put back formulas, values here. Because I say, okay, out of what you have copied the color, you have copied the formula, you have copied the values. So please paste back the values on top of it. So let's say values and say, okay. Now you look in here, these are all values. In the formula bar here, you will not see any formulas running in here. So what Excel has done, it has pasted back the formulas. This is one thing that we can do with paste special. Second, let's say we have some formula, 1, 2, and equal to sum 1 and 2. So this is 3. Now I want to apply this formula here also. I want to add this. So I copy this from here. I come here, Control Alt V. I'll say whatever you have copied, please paste back the formulas here and say okay. The same formula will be get applied here and the referencing will change. We'll talk about the referencing. Next is referencing only. Now, one important thing of this entire thing is when you have percentages. When you download the data from web, most of the time, what is written as percentage is not a percentage. It is a number. Like when you download data from IMF or any other sources, what happens is, let's say it will be written as percentage, PCT, like 7, 8, 4, 5, 4, 3, something like this. So these are basically percentage. So it should be 7%, 5%, 4%, and 3%. But when you download it, they came as numbers. The problem here is when you multiply them with something, it should be like 100. It should be 7% of 100, but it will become 700. And when you apply this percentage format from the top to make them percentage, Excel automatically multiplies them by 100. Hit on this. Now you're into trouble. And this is a small data. You can manually do it. You can retype it 7543. But what if you have a data which is 1000 interest rate for last 20 years? Like you download it from RBI or you have some interest rates or anything that is into percentages. You'll not be able to do it. Manually becomes a very tough ask. So what do we do in that case? So if I need a 7%, if I can divide these entire numbers by 100, I'll again get back 7%. So this here also we'll write 100. I'll copy this. Again, paste special will help me out. Select this entire thing, sorry. Go back, Control Alt V. And now we'll go into this operations. You can add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Let's say I want divide and say, okay. Now convert them into percentage. You will get back your percentages. So that way you can work upon. Whenever you're applying a percentage format, the number gets multiplied by 100. You can do it. Next is transpose. Transpose means rows and columns. I'll just write it here. This part. From rows to column and column to rows. We can use the transpose. Say for example, this is on the column. I want to transpose it. So I'll copy, come here, Control Alt V, and I'll hit the word transpose, values and transpose and say okay. You will see the entire data has transport. The headings which were there in columns, now the headings are in rows here. 1, 2, 3. So we have transposed the data. So transpose can easily be done by using your paste special. So this is few functions that we have for